Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, a Megami Tensei Podcast. I'm Rasen.
I'm Katsu.
And we haven't done stuff in a while, and we got some announcements, got some fun dancing all night stuff to talk about. Got a lot of Persona going on today, and as some would call it,
a lot of the owning of the purses.
A lot of that, and then also today we have actually some good news again about SMT IV, the good old granddaddy of Persona. But before that, I do think we have something more important to talk about in regards to Cathedral of Shadows as an actual show. No real easy way to put this, so I might as well just drop the bomb. I think we're gonna finish this thing up in a few more episodes' time. It's not gonna be like a couple more episodes. We're probably gonna do quite a few more, but I think COS as a thing is on its way out. A lot of reasons for this, but a lot of it is I don't have the drive to do this anymore. Like, I'm still going to be doing stuff. I'm still going to be around, but just in terms of Cathedral of Shadows, the actual podcast, I think both of us kind of agreed that had a good run. I think we're both proud of what we've done.
Lasted longer than both of us had anticipated.
Yeah.
We thought it was just going to be a one-shot thing and nobody would pay attention to it and just be like, fuck it.
And just a lot of things just combined, and I think at this point we kind of want to just bury it, kind of send it off and go on our way. So, look forward to the rest of our episodes that we do. We got, fun stuff planned. We're going to keep talking about shit. Yeah.
The end of days have officially started.
Yeah, I guess that's not the easiest news to start off a podcast on, but I thought, we might as well just say something, because
get it out of the way now,
yeah.
So we don't have the can of worms to open up later.
Yeah,
or something like that.
So that's the thing that I'm sure a lot of people will be disappointed about, but hey, we're not done yet. We're not dead yet. We're still gonna do things, and we still have shit to talk about, damn it, so like this episode.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are disappointing, let's talk about Dancing All Night.
Oh my god. Well, some things are disappointing. Fuck it. Okay, let's get out of the way. So recently, the pricing models for Dancing All Night were announced, and it seems like Atlus tax extends to Vita. So
the Atlus tax remains strong.
Deal with it, Vita fans.
Their first part with their Atlus IPs.
Yeah, which actually some people know this. I got a Vita TV recently, and I was like, oh boy, now I can dance all night. And then I saw that it's gonna be $50, and like I think rhythm games are okay. I have fun with them, but I don't know if I want to spend $50 on a rhythm game when I'm not even entirely sure how much time I'm gonna spend with it or how much I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Because I want to get it, but just like $50 might be a little much for me. So
yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it at all, especially when they announce the price. That's gonna be the one Atlus game I'm not gonna sucker up and pay the premium for.
I hope it goes on sale sometime shortly.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna go on sale.
Yeah.
It's just, not anytime soon.
Yeah, well, it's Atlus. So, I mean, even Persona Q, I think, has gone on sale before, like, recently and stuff. So, that wasn't too long of a wait for that sort of thing. About half a year, a little later, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows with that. They did announce a premium edition, which comes with a lot of goodies, like a Vita skin, a pouch, I think a keychain. Hold on, let me pull up the ad. No, I don't think it has a keychain. It has a pouch, 14 DLC costumes, plus a DLC song. Oh yeah, there is a keychain here. And then a Vita skin with 10 downloadable wallpapers, and a 2-disc CD soundtrack. and a cool ass box. That's the Disco Fever edition. It's basically the wild card edition, if anyone remembers the Persona Q thing, like just a big box edition that comes with a lot of goodies. That's going to be $80. So
yay!
yeah. Anyone who's looking forward to that, you can.
Please look forward to it. Hi.
Yeah. I'm hearing controller sounds or something.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, so yeah, that's gonna be a thing. For those of you that really super hype for Dancing All Night, you should probably get on order. Okay, so what's weird though is that like Persona Q, a lot of people were like, oh, you better get on the wildcard edition, and like more of those were produced than people actually bought. So you get cases where people are buying premium editions of Persona Q for like $50 on Amazon and stuff. And I almost feel like Dancing All Night will be the same. So if you want to be risky, maybe you could wait out if you really want the premium edition. But if you want to be safe, you should probably go ahead and just order that now. So Atlus Text does extend to Vita, it seems like, which a lot of people disappointed by. I kind of am because I want Dancing All Night, but I don't know if I want.
Yeah, I'm not paying $50 for a dancing game.
I see, like, if I liked rhythm games a little bit more, then I'd go for it. But sadly, no. Like, all the stuff they show for it looks really fun. Like, they show the Margaret trailer off. That looks fun, you know. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess moving on from Dancing All Night, we can talk about the other anime garbage that no, I'm joking. Basically, we got some more SMT Cross Fire Emblem stuff about developers. This came out actually just recently. 2 people are working on it. One was actually the director.
Yeah, 2 people are working on the game. That's why it took so long and why it looks like garbage. No, I'm just kidding.
I think we've said this before too, but like I think like it really feels like when we recorded that SMT Cross, well, fucking, let's just call it SMT Crossfire Emblem, it's easier. When we recorded that podcast, it really felt like there was only the 4 of us actually liked that game.
Yeah.
I still stand by that. That shit looks like fun. And actually, the developer diaries that we're getting from it, like the little blog posts, game is looking good. It has the director, I think it's the director of Radiant Historia, and one of the
Radiant Historia director just made me go, whoa, son.
I was kind of surprised that he was even still around, because like you don't hear that a lot. Like, oh, Radiant Historia person's working on, and then
Radiant Historia was a good game, very good game.
I still need to play that, but yeah, I've heard that a lot.
It was an out of left field kind of good game. You didn't expect it to be good, and it just turned out to be like the most amazing thing you've ever played.
That seemed like one of the. I wouldn't say underrated, but like a sleeper hit for the DS games, or DS library rather. A lot of people really love that game. I should play that at some point. But there's a lot of shit I need to play. Who am I kidding? But and then also one of the lead designers from Strange Journey. Actually, apparently the Radiant Historia person worked on Strange Journey too. So, but one of the designers for I think SMT IV and Strange Journey. They're the 2 main lead people with that, and then there's Devil Survivor guy also still doing stuff. If I had articles, I could tell you their names in front of them, but fuck it, I'll link to the articles below. But there's a lot of stuff I found interesting in the blog post. Like, one of them was kind of shit talking Strange Journey's map designs, which made me laugh, because like fuck, even people from Atlus know that shit's bullshit. Not only that though, just in general. These people really love Fire Emblem. Like, they talk about it a lot, and it seems like they're paying real close attention and taking their time. And
it seems like they have actual respect for the series.
Yeah, it really sounds like they want to make this game as good as it can be gameplay wise. Like, I think even there's a little talk about like, oh, we want to make auto battle just the right speed and stuff like that. Which just hearing stuff like that makes me have even more hope for the game. And just even off that base trailer, I'm like, you know what, I bet this is going to be a fucking damn good game.
Yeah.
By the fact
it's going to be a good game.
Just by the fact it's something fresh from Atlus, you know? It's
something new. It's something new from Atlus. We haven't had like a new thing from Atlus in quite some time, IP-wise.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, who knows? Maybe SMT Cross Fire Emblem was that new IP that they were talking about, where they wanted to make all those sequels and stage play shit for.
Yeah. Even okay, I was gonna say I've wanted to say this on the podcast forever, but I keep fucking forgetting. People that keep talking about Devilizer like actually stop because everyone thought that that was the name of the new IP.
Yeah.
Or like that's a new Megaten thing that's still being worked on. When that Devilizer is just a thing from Demi Kids that they renewed the copyright for or whatever. That is totally not
Yeah.
a new game. So just I keep hearing people like, oh, I can't believe Devilizer got the shaft for Ibn Sharp FE whatever, and it's like no, just it didn't. Devilizer didn't exist. It's just a term that Atlus owns, and they wanted to renew that, their ownage of that. So that is really not a game that you're ever going to see. I really don't think so. Moving on from that, though, Sharp FE still looking good, but what else also looks good is SMT IV art. And,
Yeah, SMT 4 art is beautifully well done, aside from some of the demons.
well, yeah, some of the demons are not great. But that don't matter, because all the good art and all the concept art and shit looks great still. And there is going to be an art book. Fuck, I said that weird. There's going to be an art book. Well, there was an art book technically already, but it was just in Japanese, so none of us can read that shit. But there is an art book that was released.
Then there was
in
that
Japan.
teeny bit of concept art we got with the strategy guides that came with SMT 4.
Yeah, and all that stuff looks really cool. And there's just an entire art book of that sort of thing that came out in Japan, and now we're getting it over in the States, and well, I guess Canada too.
Then Canada.
Yeah, we're getting a translation of that from. It seems like Udon, who they work on a lot of like Street Fighter comics and books and stuff like that. I think one time I came across the Marvel vs. Capcom art book that they had, and I kind of regret not getting it because it seems to be super expensive now. But like they do really good work, and they're just I don't think they're involved with the original book at all, but they're bringing it over, so it's in good hands. I'm gonna have a link to it below. It is coming out October 13th of this year, which like a little late, but who cares? It looks cool. It's $38. It's available to pre-order. I don't know how much like shipping is or whatever, but $38 is the base price. And then even the description says that it has character designs, backgrounds, demon designs, rough concepts, creator commentary, and more.
So please look forward to it.
Yeah. Do you have any like Atlus art books, Katsu?
No, I actually don't. Despite how much I like all the art in Atlus games, I don't own any art books. I wish I did though,
Yeah.
just so I can look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah. I don't even own any art books at all, but yeah, there's a few times I almost went for it. Like
I own an art book for a game I'm not particularly proud of owning,
oh dear.
which is Artonilico 3. But the first rule of Artonilico 3, you don't talk about Artonilico 3.
Like just in terms of Atlus stuff, there's that Devil Survivor 1 thing that looks pretty cool. I think there's a Persona 4, like I'm talking in terms of English translation ones. I think there's a Persona 4 one that's in English. There's a Devil Survivor 1 one that's in English. Then there's a Persona 4 Arena one. And I think those are the only ones we ever got like a translation of. So SMT4 translates pretty cool. SMT4 has some pretty cool ass concept art from what we've seen, so I'm excited for it. I'm definitely going to order it. It's like 2 days after my birthday, so I'll probably just...
Might as well.
Yeah, like I'll have cash around that time, so hey, it's a cool ass birthday present for myself. I'll probably order it, so fun stuff indeed. But then also in terms of SMT mainline news, Shin Megami Tensei if news now. We've talked about Shin Megami Tensei if for a while here on Sam.
Yeah. Shin Megami Tensei, if this game is ever going to come out in some way, shape, or form.
Oh.
Shin Megami Tensei, if this game exists at all.
Oh, shots fired. Anyways, Aeon Genesis recently has been posting stuff on Twitter. He's been just kind of going through...
Bang, bang.
Yeah, he's been going through and just posting progress on the game. Just stuff like minor glitches that he's encountered, progress he's done. And it seems like now the game is in private alpha testing, and it seems like it's going to take a while because you have all of the different routes in the game story that you can take. But not only that, you can play as both a male and a female, and technically from like a QA standpoint, I guess you need to test both of those separately, so just to make sure nothing in the game at all is broken. And then who knows, if something horrible is found, then it's probably going to be more time for fixing that, and then you have like the beta testing stuff, and I think he said the beta testing stuff that he does after, the initial go through of the game is still going to be private. So we might not see SMTF for a while, but hey, it seems like the most of the hard part is done. So
yeah,
think we'll see that shit in 2015.
Probably not.
Oh, I am holding out hope. SMTF is like the last guardian of the Mega. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Last Guardian rumor?
You mean,
like
hold on. You mean the one that comes up every E3
yeah,
for the past
I was
10
about
years?
to say
like,
that.
Like the one
The
Last Guardian rumor?
that comes up every fucking year.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's more. I just don't pay attention to that shit because I believe that game's fucking dead. I don't.
In Saki Senpai.
No. Oh dear. Yeah, but lay it on me. What are they saying now, or is it just the same old?
I don't know. Some guy at PlayStation Europe or whatever said that it's going to be at E3 this year.
Oh my god.
The usual stuff.
Actually, did you see the dancing video listed at E3?
Yeah.
Or for E3 rather? Yeah, that's cool.
Something.
Yeah, apparently you can dance with Atlus people at E3 and you can win cool prizes and fun stuff.
Lupito's going to be at E3.
Yeah,
he and John Harden are going to throw down.
Yeah, quite a few of the S-Link people are going to be at E3 with him, so yeah. Should be a good time. I hope he and John Harden don't hurt each other too much. No.
I hope they don't hit each other too hard.
God damn it.
Bonus for people who get that reference.
But yeah, E3 looks like it'll be a fun thing. I don't think there's going to be much Megaten news that comes out of E3. I feel like
there's going to be a lot of Final Fantasy XIV news that comes out of E3. There's going to be a live patch notes reading of 3.0 in Japanese. There's going to be playable Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward there. So people fans who want to get their hands on it can get on it early. Though it's like the day after E3 is when early access goes up, so,
Yeah.
You might as well just wait the extra day and not... Especially if that's the only thing you're going there for. Because I know there are people who just go there just so they can play a demo of a game that comes out a day after.
Oh. I was not aware of that.
Yes.
But yeah, so we totally went on just an off-topic thing. Do you want to just talk about E3 shit? Because like we totally went through all of our news topics fast. Because like everything everything that was on that list was just like, hey, this is a thing that's out, and we don't have much to say about it.
Yeah, this is a thing.
So how about that Fallout 4? Am I right? We're hip and relevant.
Yay! Another game, another AAA game I'm not going to fucking play because it's probably going to be pretty mediocre.
My thing is, I just don't like Bethesda RPGs much.
Yeah, same.
Like, I know people are like, oh, the graphics, and oh, it looks like a PS... Like, I don't really care, it's just like... I thought Fallout New Vegas was a lot cooler than Fallout 3. Because the writing was better, and like, I don't know. Also, I don't like Skyrim's weird because I think that game is just super doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff, and yeah.
Speaking of Skyrim, that game has been modded to the point where I'm just like, if a game has to be modded or in order for it to be continually enjoyed, there's a flaw.
I think if a base game is bad. Yeah, I think if a base game is mediocre and mods make it better, like, I still think that's to the game's detriment,
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about Skyrim. That's how I think Fallout 3 is actually, like, pretty damn good in its own right. I just don't enjoy it as much as a lot of other Western RPGs. To be honest, Bethesda in terms of Western RPGs, like I think Bethesda's at the very bottom, which
The bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the toilet bowl.
which to be honest is kind of weird. I know because they're the ones that when you think of Western RPG, you think Bethesda, I guess. Like they're the Final Fantasy of the
I wouldn't
Western.
go that far.
Well, but they're like the flagship, like people are always like,
Yeah.
oh, Skyrim, that's why everyone compares things to Skyrim and bullshit like that. Also, apparently, I just thought it was funny, but apparently in that Fallout 4 trailer, if you look really closely, you can see that they reused Skyrim running assets, like character running
That's
animations.
amazing. That's my favorite thing, reusing assets.
I love
from
that shit.
Didn't Skyrim come out
I think it was 5 years ago.
5 years ago? Yeah, reusing assets from a 5-year-old game. I didn't know that they were suddenly Atlus.
I actually don't mind that. I just think it's just kind of funny. I do appreciate that what they showed wasn't all just like FMV bullshit.
Yeah.
The
usual thing, the usual razzle dazzle that they show.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us the FMV razzle dazzle at E3.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the new Final Fantasy 15 footage.
Final Fantasy 15's not gonna be at E3. It's gonna be at
I know.
They're gonna start their release campaign at Gamescom.
Yeah, because I know they're doing 14 stuff at E3. Like, is 15 seriously I know 15 apparently isn't supposed to have much of a presence. At least that's what I keep hearing. Like, how much are we talking?
No presence at all.
Okay.
Like Hajime Tabata wanted to make a like a montage kind of trailer for E3, just to know that hey,
it's a thing. Yeah,
it's a thing still. But Square Enix in North America told him no.
Oh,
they're like no,
I see.
bad Tabata, bad.
I see.
Save it for Gamescom.
Maybe the Steam port of Lightning Returns will be is that even out? Does that exist yet?
No, it's not out yet.
13.2 went on Steam, right? I don't know.
Lightning Returns they're still working on it.
Oh, God forbid that doesn't get released.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. E3 is a fun thing. Dark Souls 3 seems to be like half leaked, half not. The Dark Souls 3 leak is really weird because Katsu, I don't even know how much of a shit you give about Souls, but there's a Dark Souls 3 leak that came out with a bunch of screenshots, and the actual text that accompanied the leak is super fucking weird and sounds super fake, but those images look super legit. But with people nowadays and the amount of effort they go through to fake shit, who knows? And then a promotional image was leaked to, I think, IGN that looks super legit too, and it's like, I don't fucking know if this game's real or not anymore. So yeah, I hope that's a thing. Man, I fucking need a PS4 or a Wii U or something, and I'm so far behind. Thanks, lack of money.
You need to get caught up.
I don't have money for shit. It's depressing.
I never have any money, and I have a PS4.
Maybe if
broke is a joke.
Maybe if we all raise our hands in the air and send everyone our spiritual energy, everyone can have a PS4. But
yes.
Yeah, E3 is a thing that'll happen. God knows. I'm kind of depressed because this year I'm not gonna I'm going on a trip in 2 days to visit family, so I'm not gonna be able to see all of it live like usual. Because usually what I do for E3 is just
yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is also gonna be at E3. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna show us some new Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I was in a Skype call with Antinomy and another friend recently, and we just talked about how fucking shit the Kingdom Hearts story is for about 2 hours. It was great.
Yeah.
Man, that is... Whew. The fact that you need to show people multiple charts to show how characters are related or how characters came to be and shit like that is ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah, they had a survey today that they posted about the Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh yeah, I took that.
One of the things that I put for what do I look for, what do I want from Kingdom Hearts and future games was I just wrote down a simpler story. That was the only thing I wrote.
You were much nicer than I, who wrote the story stopped being good when you made 2. So that's what I did. Also, like, you know, this is super off topic and whatever. Fuck it, it's our podcast. I kind of wish that with I kind of really just wish that Kingdom Hearts would end at 3. I know it won't, and they said it won't, but like,
Yeah, it's not going to.
wrap it
I
up.
think the main problem with it is that Tetsuya Nomura always tries to be too deep 5 me or
Yeah.
3 deep 5 me with his story, so he doesn't put the full story in the games, and you have to read up on Japanese only guides and interviews for the full picture. And that's where like the meat of the confusion comes from, I believe.
It's
Nomura wants to be all deep and mystical and shit with his Disney-based story.
the thing that always gets me about Kingdom Hearts' story, and like I think really the thing I always tell the people that defend it is, it's like, pause for a second and think about how many different versions of Sora exist. Because the answer is way too fucking many for one series to, like, it's ridiculous. It's because I know, to be honest, the answer is like, well, you play Kingdom Hearts for the gameplay, not the story, but I kind of wish both were good, but whatever. So yeah. That's E3 chat. I have nothing else to say. I'm looking forward to it. I hope embarrassing shit happens in press conferences like that one last year with the dude trying to get the projector to work and it wouldn't play. I think it was Battlefield. That was funny.
It might have been.
I hope Peggle 2 guy is back. He was my favorite.
Apparently Girlwood is coming back.
Who?
That's gonna be a thing. That whole...
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Peggle 2 guy was still my favorite. So excited about that shit and did the stupid jump. Just overall great time. I hope, I think it was 2 E3s ago, actually, where they were showing, like, Assassin's Creed and the thing kept fucking freezing.
Yeah, it kept freezing, and they just skipped the presentation altogether.
Yeah, that was...
Or that time where they were, like, doing quote-unquote live gameplay footage in the Xbox presentation, and then you heard, like, the Windows 7 sound effect.
See, that's what I love about E3, that I feel so bad that, like, the people that aren't
Finding out that all the things we see are just malicious lies that they feed to us.
Well, no, not bad, but just, like, seeing all these companies trying to, like, try so hard to present their stuff and their products, like, hey, look at this shit, and then just, like, something goes wrong, it's like, oh god. But I love everything about E3 just as an event. It's probably the most exciting year in games industry and games fandom. I fucking love this shit. It's like Christmas. It is literally basically Christmas in June.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much Christmas.
It's some fun bullshit that goes on, and I mean, stuff that happens at E3 continues to be talked on for years and years and ages after. Like that legendary, I think the Twilight Princess reveal trailer thing or whatever, when they showed that and everyone freaked out. That video gets thrown around a lot.
Lost their shit.
Yeah, just stuff like that. It's good fun.
Or when they showed, or when Versus 13 was first showed at E3 2006.
Yeah. You know what's weird too is so many people were disappointed recently when it basically came out, and people, I think it was just the writer said, Versus 13 is completely different than what 15 is now.
Yeah.
And I was always just kind of under that impression, and I'm kind of surprised so many people are like, a game is not a game is not in development that long and turns out the same. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say that, because I know people are like, oh no, Stella's out and all this shit is different. I mean, even if you look at...
Yeah, but the thing is, we never knew anything about Stella as a character, so I can't really say that I'm sad that she's gone.
Yeah, I mean...
What the fuck, anything? We don't know what she's about.
Because even...
For all we know, she could just be like a really shitty character and poorly written, and people would be getting upset over a terrible character.
Because from what I recall too, wasn't Versus 13 a little more industrial and all? Like the way it was phrased, Versus 13 always seemed like they were kind of going for like this mobster feel thing. Because I remember that being thrown around a lot, like, oh, they're kind of gonna do like a crimey thing with it. And now this, like, ever since like 15 has been shown, it's like it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like something completely different. Like it's still modern day and like you got cars and shit going on, but
Yeah.
yeah. I hope Final Fantasy 15 is good. Who knows?
Everyone hopes it to be good. If it's
Yeah.
not good, that's it. Square Enix is done. GG. Fucking G Square.
I wish I could say I'd be sad, but like, fucking, we have Megaton. I'm fine with RPGs. That sounds so like douchey, I know, but so much Megaton stuff comes out that I could rely on. I think mostly just that for the rest of my JRPG life if I need to, and a few other games every now and again. Like I said, I got a Vita TV recently. There's that Oreshika game, Oreshika. I don't
Oh
know how to
yeah,
pronounce that.
and also Trails of the Cold Steel is coming out later this year.
Oh yeah.
Nothing personnel.
Nothing personnel, squid.
Fucking Splatoon.
Can we talk about how great Splatoon memes are? So, I'm not interested really at all in Splatoon as a game. I know it's a good game.
I'm not interested in Splatoon. I just like the memes.
The
'cause
fucking images that are coming out of Splatoon's community are amazing. They're a godsend. Like, it made me like Splatoon just because these images exist now. They're hilarious. I love them. Because even... I think Splatoon looks like a fun game. It looks like a really solid new IP from Nintendo, but like I just didn't. I think I'm kind of multiplayer games do not attract me as much as they used to, other than fighting games.
I just want to play by myself.
Yeah, and even then,
Not with myself, by myself.
oh my god, even as of like last semester of my schooling went, like I kind of realized even with fighting games it's like I don't have the time to do this now, or at least when I do have the time, like I would rather just play a JRPG or a single player game instead, so who knows. But yeah, video games, man, am I right? I hope people don't kill us for the off-topic talk, but fuck it, whatever. We didn't have much to talk about in terms of Megaton stuff. It's been kind of a slow couple months, like...
Yeah, it's been really slow.
After the hype of Record Breaker coming out, after the Sharp FE news, which I'm still sorry for calling it hashtag FE, I should have known better. Twitter ruined me as a person.
No, it's hashtag FE.
Hashtag FE. We gotta... Okay, let's not compromise on that then. Hashtag FE.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, but actually, I mean, even Katsu, did you ever end up getting Record Breaker? Still no.
No, I'm broke.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've been playing that. I really like the Triangular Mark. I'm not done with it yet, but that's the thing. It's fun. Go buy Record Breaker if you still haven't. I'm pretty sure most of you listening to this have, but if you still haven't, it's a damn good game, worth the 50, in my opinion. Actually, did you, I guess this is a little minor news thing we can talk about. Did you hear about or have you seen the Record Breaker typos and shit?
Oh, there was localization errors.
About as bad as all the other Devil Survivors had them. Well, okay, so Devil Survivor 2 Vanilla was actually pretty good in that regard, but 1 Vanilla and Overclocked had some weird shit going on, and then Record Breaker again has those issues, which is depressing.
It's probably because it was a different team working on it from working on the localization.
I think really there's just
used to.
I think really it's just such a huge volume of text that like,
And that too.
and I think they did it kind of faster than usual. Maybe not, but like there's a lot of I think there and there type stuff, your and your, like just weird. Them not using the proper,
the proper
version.
uses of.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as bad. Well, it doesn't seem like it's as bad as like Sword Art Online's poor translation.
Oh yeah.
Now that was some
awful.
Duwang stuff.
Yeah, that I don't actually get how that came
That's
out.
some who in face are you?
Oh dear, that's horrible. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about Sword Art Online, but wow, they fucking dropped the ball with that one. I keep seeing screenshots of that even today, and it's like, wow, that looks fucking disgusting with how bad that localization
Disgustingly
is.
hilarious.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, and I mean, I do really like the relocalization of Record Breaker. I'm enjoying the characters a lot still. Voice acting is kind of weird. So, like, I think I said before I had some issue with Io, but I think she's fine now. I think Jungo and Ronaldo are kind of they sound weird to me, but other than that, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I've heard Junko was like the worst voice.
Eh, I don't think he's bad, but he's just I think his voice is different than what you'd expect from that type of character. So who knows? But yeah, Triangular Mark's really fucking fun, and just from I played a bit of the main story arc too, and just from what I've seen, I like I think it was worth it to do the relocalization. A lot of the jokes and stuff are still there. Triangular Mark is actually pretty fucking funny too. There's some scenes that had me laughing. Uh, just a good time all around. So
Yeah.
go buy Record Breaker if you haven't already. Oh, also, actually, one thing I do want to talk about with Record Breaker before we moved on to just general emails. So, the way Record Breaker DLC has been working, there's been Spot Pass stuff where the first 4 weeks you had demon packs come out that I think there are like 6 demons for each, about maybe 6 or 7, I don't know. And they basically the packs have been up for the packs would go up for 1 week, and then you had the week to download the demons, and then it would move on to the next pack. So if you missed one, too bad, so sad. And then on the 5th week, they had a bunch of add-ons that you could download, and I think this isn't confirmed yet, but they did in Japan, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do it here. I think they're going to start cycling back through, so if you missed a fusion pack like I did, you can grab it. I ended up missing Fusion Pack 4 just because I was busy that week and didn't get a chance to play Record Breaker at all. So, yeah, if you miss something, you might want to keep an eye out on the Spot Pass schedule just so that you can grab all 5 of the packs. And also, for anyone curious with how the 3DS works, it's not like PSN or something, so if you want to grab this stuff, you actually need to have the game. That's one thing I really like about PSN, though, is it'll be like, hey, this DLC is free for a week, and it's like, oh, I can just download it then. Awesome, you know?
Yeah, it's like, awesome, sweet, I can just download it and get the game later.
Like, I have a Guilty Gear Xrd character. I never fucking bought Guilty Gear Xrd, but I have that character downloaded whenever I want to buy that game. So,
Back to back.
Death comes arriving on a midnight train. You know, let's not go there. Alright, I think we can go to emails.
Okay, cool.
It's about time. We can do this shit. Okay. So this first one comes from Julian, also known as Girello. And he says, on a scale from 1 to Heat, how much do you want Surf Spooty? Say like a 9.
Say like a Sarah.
Okay. For a more serious question, what do you think about the lyrics to the SMT Cross FE trailer? I don't think you guys talked about this, but I could be wrong. And I don't think
we did talk about it.
I think we did in private. I actually think we forgot to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah. The lyrics are ridiculously edgy. That's why it made me go from I hate this fucking song to I love this fucking song.
It's because the song is so upbeat and sounds so happy.
It sounds so upbeat, but the lyrics are ridiculously edgy.
It's talking about destroying and shit and reincarnation and stuff. And
this is like this music speaks to me.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand. I just thought it was Japanese lyrical trash.
No,
but it's really good.
It's yeah, it's some dark and edgy bullshit. I will say that. I was not expecting it. I was just expecting it to be some generic ass song. But it sounds like a generic ass song, to be fair. But yeah, those lyrics are pretty hardcore.
Those lyrics go hard in the paint.
Yeah, it's pretty extreme. Who knows? What if hashtag FE comes out and is just the most fucking death metal thing ever? Like,
yeah, it's the most hardcore, grim, dark thing you've ever played.
It's like Fire Emblem Fury Road.
Yes.
Just a massive car chase the whole game. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, thanks for the email, Julian. Because yeah, I think we did forget to talk about that, and it's kind of important
Yes.
in regards to that game. Because I know a lot of people that like opinion completely reversed on the game when they saw the lyrics to that, which I think is weird. But
Yeah, I know.
like it's like, oh, this lyric is some dark and edgy bullshit. Oh fuck yeah, I love this game now. It's like, really, come on.
This game is amazing. I love it. I love this game. Atlus, please. I don't know. Atlus USA might even announce Sharp FE at E3. They just be like, hey, yeah, this is the thing we're going to bring over eventually.
It's weird, because when you think of Atlus and like events, you don't really think of E3, you know, but who knows?
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Who knows? Maybe it may... Oh, wait. They already announced it for the States. Nintendo did.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I
Actually,
forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah, that's right, because it was...
That was when we got the fucking trailer. The North American Nintendo Direct. How could I forget?
Well, to be fair, it played on the Japanese one first, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but then they played it like
You need to get good and watch.
simultaneously.
You need to get good and watch both directs at the same time, like it showed, like I do. I actually don't do that. I was just in a call with someone else that was, and they're like, "Yo, check out this shit," and I was like, "Oh my god." That's how I sound like when I'm surprised at video game announcements. Apparently, never be in a call with me at E3. But yeah, it's technically already announced. I don't think it has a Europe date.
Yeah, it doesn't have a Europe date. It just has a US one.
Well, not Europe date, but I mean Europe confirmed at all. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully that shit works. Shit, I have the hiccups. Hopefully that shit works out for the Europeans, because not a lot does, but who knows? Hopefully, since it's not entirely just Atlus and Nintendo's behind it too, I imagine it'll be a better situation this time around for them. And also, from what I understand too, Persona Q wasn't too bad, and I think actually Record Breaker's coming out in fall,
Yeah.
so that's not too long a wait either.
Especially if Nintendo's involved.
Yeah. All right. And then Jake says, with the news of Atlus putting in 10,000 for the P4U2 Evo prize pot and the Ultimax 2.0 update coming out soon, do you guys think Ultimax will be able to keep a competitive scene while competing with games like Guilty Gear Xrd? And Katsu, you'd probably know more about this than I do, but from what it seems like from the anime community, I don't think...
No, anime community has like the worst case of fighting game ADD.
Well,
It's not going to survive.
They just move on to whatever's really newest, right? I don't think Ultimax is going to...
Yeah, that's what I mean by anime ADD.
Oh.
Whatever new and shiny, they go gravitate towards it.
I think the thing too is fucking Guilty Gear Xrd, man, is just like, I don't know. I think even if I was in their shoes, I'd rather play Xrd than Ultimax. It sounds like Xrd has a lot. It sounds like just as a competitive game, Xrd is a lot more viable than Ultimax is, because even with 2.0, from what I hear, it seems like there's a lot of weird problems. I can't say I'm an expert at this at all, but just from what I see from people talking about it on Twitter that actually know their shit, it seems like it's not completely fine-tuned yet, even with 2.0, so who knows. But I think 2.0 is going to be like a last hurrah for a while, because I don't think we're going to get another arena game until a while from now.
P5 arena.
I really hope they make a Persona 5
Narukami in a business suit.
Oh dear. Yeah, they should make a Persona 5 arena, that'd be cool. Could be really fun. Then we could see Sho again.
Yeah, we can see Sho as an adult. Working adult Minazuki.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, he is the Persona 5 protagonist after all, so...
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Oh god, fuck everything.
He is a Persona 5 hero.
Yeah. You're also going to be able to recruit Nanako as a party member in Persona 5, because, I mean, why not, teenage Nanako.
Why not shoehorn Nanako into another fucking game?
Oh dear. So yeah, even with the 10K, I don't think Atlus actually does that a lot, because if I recall, they published King of Fighters and they added to a bunch of tournaments which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think, even with the bonus and even the update, I don't think Ultimax is gonna last super. There's always gonna be a tiny community and people that play the game and do stuff, but there's, I don't really see it living on and prospering, I guess. Even, like, think of Under Night in Birth and how that went. Like, that game kind of died on birth.
I think what really like knocked it on its feet was the fact that it wasn't chosen for Evo, even though it had a lot of hype for it. A lot of people were playing it. There's a lot of hype for it. The hype stayed strong all the way to the Evo announcement, and then it kind of just went zoop.
See, what kind of sucks is even. So the Mega 10 fandom is like, fuck yeah, Ultimax got over Under Night for Evo, and
like still at tournaments, Under Night in Birth pulls higher numbers than Ultimax.
See, because that's the thing I was gonna say, is that as a Mega 10 fan, I'm like, fuck yeah, P4A, you totally at Evo, hell yeah, it's gonna be hype as fuck. And then the fighting game player in me is like, man, maybe they should have gone for Uniel, like, you know?
Yeah, and they're like, maybe they should have gone for Uniel, especially with the amount of numbers the game is still putting for tournaments.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but.
Oh well,
hey,
I'm not the one in charge of the thing, so.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. At least Ultimax at Evo is going to be fun to watch, I bet.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be entertaining.
Be a good time overall. So, yeah, that's enough of that. Thanks, Jake.
Thanks.
All right, we got 2 more emails coming up. So this one is from Harrison. It says, just a random question for the podcast. If you could add anything to Persona 5 that is the main, or that is in the main SMT games, I think he's trying to say, or any other RPG, what would it be? And that's weird, because, like, I don't know, because in terms of mainline, I think we've talked about this a lot even, too, where I think crossing over things from mainline and Persona is kind of a dumb idea, because then what's the point of having them even be separate series?
Yeah, it defeats the purpose of Persona being its own thing.
Yeah, I think it's important that each series has
something that defines the series as a whole.
Exactly. I think having them stand out from one another is really important. And even I think I've said this before, but we see this with even Devil Survivor 1 is basically Devil Survivor 1 is basically a mainline game with some new elements added to it, and kind of an emphasis on the survival part of it, or like the apocalypse part of it. And with Devil Survivor 2, it kind of goes more so into its own thing. You see that with Devil Summoner, where Devil Summoner 1 kind of is a lot like a mainline game, but in a different setting. And then Soul Hackers and the Raito games kind of branch out and become their own thing. Digital Devil Saga, I guess, kind of was always its own thing, but I think they really had a vision with that game.
They had a vision with it from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think that was to that game's benefit, because, man, that game is that game's a hidden gem in terms of PS2 RPGs, man. I
know, right?
I love that game.
Have you seen, speaking of Digital Devil Saga, have you seen a death battle between Sam Fisher and Solid Snake? They used the final boss, they used Divine Identity in it, and, like, because the song was there, like, every Divine Identity upload on YouTube references that damn death battle.
Oh.
Hey, the death battle was pretty good, though. I'm not even gonna lie, that was probably one of the best ones they've ever done.
I don't watch that shit, but
I watched it, and it was amazing.
I don't even really get what that is, but I always just assumed it was dumb. Is that just a YouTube series thing where they...
Yeah, it's that YouTube series by Screw Attackers. They just basically pit 2 characters against each other, research them in their own universes, and then just have them fight.
Like Superman versus Goku, right?
Yeah.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they did it.
God damn it! Fucking everyone.
I'm not even gonna tell you how that turned out, because even if you think one person won and the other one lost, it's a shitstorm regardless. Let's leave it at that.
I mean, Goku
I don't want to
would
talk
win.
about it. Huh?
I mean, Goku would win.
Yeah, sure.
Hands down. Okay. So, fuck. I was hoping you would be a Superman apologist, so the rest of the podcast would just be that argument. But, I mean, with the advent of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form, I mean,
you have no real Super Saiyan God.
Dragon Ball has gone too far. Fucking. I want to watch that Resurrection F movie though, just because I fucking love Frieza. But whatever.
Yeah. I want to watch it. I want to enjoy the shit out of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
We totally got off the subject of the. We've just went all over the place this fucking podcast. Whatever.
But Super Saiyan God.
Exactly. And the stupid cat god thing. Beerus thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess from other RPGs though, what would we like to see Persona drawing from? Well, Persona 5 specifically. I don't know, cause like.
Me neither.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Bravely Default. I haven't played it, but from what I understand, there's the little modifier on the bottom screen where it's where it wants or it lets you change the like stuff like encounter rate or how much enemies there are or like even difficulty and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really would like that if you want to rush through a dungeon that you've already like a part you've already gone through just to grab a thing, just turn off all encounters. That'd be nice, you know. Stuff like that's cool. Just usability features and things that just provide a smoother experience, which I know some hardcore people get angry if stuff like that even exists, and my answer is you don't have to fucking use it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I want to open up this can of worms, but, actually, yeah, okay, fuck it. You know what I really want from Persona 5?
What?
A mode that lets you caress the main character's face to make him feel better.
Yes.
A
mode that you can use your stylus to just touch his nose.
Yeah, that's man. Okay, so
well, let's call it my school.
There we go. Yeah, there's a school building aspect. I actually really like when RPGs have base building aspects. I've been playing Pillars of Eternity, and that's half the fun for me. Is you have a little stronghold that you get to customize, and it's fun stuff. Yeah, wow, so I've been getting into Fire Emblem. Man, I thought the fucking Megaten fanbase was vast. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh, no, you haven't seen Fire Emblem
fucking,
fanbase.
I am never associating with Fire Emblem fans. Holy shit.
I'm never getting too close to the Fire Emblem fan base.
Wow, what a clusterfuck. Like, damn. Like, even... I was talking to my girlfriend.
Even on Twitter, it kind of bubbles over.
Yeah, it does a little bit. I've noticed that too. But even like fucking, I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and she was like, "I don't even look at comments for news articles with Fire Emblem if stuff because like she's into it, right?" And she's like, "I don't even want to look at comments because both sides of the fan base war of it's like the Awakening fans and the elitist fans are just terrible."
Mm-hmm.
And man, that seems like a bunch of horseshit. Because like I always see stuff like, oh well, you can't ever criticize Awakening or say it did anything wrong ever because it saved the series, which I think is bullshit. But then also too, you get like the elitist people that are like, oh, you don't have any usability features at all, and it's just a mess.
Yeah,
it's really just a
mess.
The only thing I can say about it is that the only thing I can say about it positively is that I used to get shit on a lot when I was younger because the only Fire Emblem I really ever beat was Sacred Stones, and everyone's like, "Oh, you fucking casual." Then Awakening came out, and now Sacred Stones is cool again. So
yeah, Sacred Stones is cool again
because Awakening is now the like casual one that everyone makes fun of you for playing, and Sacred Stones is like hip and cool. So
yeah, it's hip and cool. It's like, yeah, you're a real Fire Emblem fan. You play Sacred Stones.
Yeah, so I tell Fire Emblem elitists that I played Sacred Stones as a kid, and they're like, oh, you can sit with us at the lunch table. So
yeah,
I have Awakening sitting here, and man, okay. Also, that's the other thing. I hope If doesn't do this. It probably will, but like trying to figure out what Awakening DLC to buy is a fucking nightmare. I don't get it. Like, I know I'm supposed to buy the Future Past one, and from what I understand, that's really the only story-relevant one. Like, everything else just seems really super dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, it's super dumb and optional. You don't really have to do it. They just put it in there for extra fluff to make people play the game even longer.
Okay. So
there's no real significant disadvantage or advantage.
Am I really fine with just getting the Future Past thing, then?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good, then.
Because that's like... That does have... It has like a storyline that is really good, a storyline that you wish it was in the main game, but it's not, and it just makes you really mad at the end of it because this is not what we got in Awakening. Like if we got the Future Past story for the base game, Awakening would be like game of the year of all years.
That's good to know.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm gonna get if day one. Like, I'm still going through a bunch of old Fire Emblem stuff, and I'm gonna play Awakening one of these days and form my own damn opinions. But like, yeah, just recently I kind of like I knew the Fire Emblem fan base thing was like bad, but holy shit, that is, whew, like wow, I thought Persona versus mainline shit was bad, but holy shit, that shit gets nasty.
Yeah. There's a lot of name calling there. People call people poopy heads and stuff. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's damn. I don't know. What a mess, I guess. But yeah, that's our Fire Emblem tangent for this podcast. All right, thanks Harrison for the email. I guess. Well, actually, Katsu, fuck it. Is there anything from any other RPG you'd want in Persona 5? Really, like not even just Megaten stuff, but.
There's nothing really. There's nothing that I want in particular in Persona 5. I just want Persona 5 to have its own identity and not borrow anything from any of the RPGs that came out in recent years between Persona 4 and 5.
Hold on, Katsu, I want you to think of something. So you go into a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And you go over to the refreshment section. You open up and you see the Mountain Dew. On every cap of Mountain Dew, Persona 5 XP. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're thinking on the same. Now open up that Dorito bag and show just pops right out.
Yes.
I think that's really what we need.
Yes. Exactly what we need.
There you go. Thanks, Harrison. Okay, so one last email is from Grisha. They say, hello, hope you're doing great. Sorry about the English. No, that's no problem. One, what do you think of the Persona craze nowadays? Do you think this is hurting the community or style of coming games? Like, some of my friends blame P4 for SMT 4's difficulty, which is lacking in our opinion. And then we think Atlus made it easier to appeal for the Persona 4 audience. I'd argue, I don't know, I think SMT 4 was easy, and I know playing on Master difficulty apparently fixes a lot of that, but what sucks is that you can only unlock that through New Game Plus. But I think the thing with SMT 4 is I think they just made it more accessible, not necessarily even because of Persona, but just, I mean, I don't think, like, say, Strange Journey or even Nocturne and all that sell incredibly well, like...
Yeah, they didn't sell them
of
because they
Japan.
were so fucking hard.
Like, I think from what I understand, they did fine in Japan, but I mean, like, even outside of that, just making a game more accessible or easier or whatever for people will just, I mean, increase
improve
the
your sales overall.
Yeah.
It sucks that that's the case, but that's the way it is.
At the same time, like, I'd rather...
If a game is easier to get into, that means the person will more than likely stick with the game.
Yeah.
They'll say more positive things about it. That's just the way the world works now. It's not like how it used to be in the early 2000s where you could play all these hardcore nuts games and not worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I think what the real ideal is you have it be accessible, but you also have the upper difficulty stuff for the people that want it, and you just make everyone happy. And I really hope that Persona 5 does that. I really hope, well, Persona, I'm starting to care less and less about the difficulty and just more the story stuff, to be honest with you, because just... since I last played Persona 4, just in general, I've kind of been thinking... I don't really think I play Persona for the gameplay, considering... I think I just kind of played for the characters and story at this point. I don't really give a shit about how challenging it is. If I want that, I'll play Digital Devil Saga, I'll play Nocturne, I'll play, I'll go to other places in Megaten for that sort of thing. So I really, like, I'd like if Persona 5 was challenging and stuff like that, and I'm sure to some extent it will be, because even, people don't like to admit this, but even, like, Persona 4 is generally, I think, more difficult than your average RPG is, as much as people shit talk it and call it, like, a baby game. Like, fucking Final Fantasy is easy as shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Final Fantasy games are easy as hell, and people love that. Like, oh my god, Final Fantasy, oh.
And also, like, even with, like, Persona 4 being as easy as it is, like, learning Persona Fusion and how all of that shit works for a first-timer isn't...
Isn't that easy?
Yeah, like, it can be kind of confusing at first, and getting used to that, like, it can
It's
be...
very jarring and confusing, especially if you come from Final Fantasy, just
Yeah, or, like,
playing
just traditional
Final
RPGs.
Fantasy as your main source of JRPG.
Or even coming from Pokemon, a lot of people do, and they don't understand that you can't hold on to the same personas or demons forever.
Yeah.
You have to change that up. But yeah, like, I think Persona 5 will probably be around Persona 4 difficulty-wise. I hope they have some higher difficulty stuff just to make me and the few other people that care happy.
Yeah,
but
have
who
higher
knows?
difficulty options available at the start, not by having to beat the game once.
See, because
Like
I think SMT4 would have been fine if they just made master difficulty available at the start.
Yeah.
I think it would have been just completely fine, but yeah, it's unfortunate because even if you do the New Game Plus that doesn't carry over much stuff, it sucks that you can't just do a fresh start.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was for the Persona 4 audience. I don't even think necessarily SMT4 was made for the Persona 4 audience, but I do think it was made more accessible than, say, a Nocturne or a Strange Journey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, but I know I get why some people would be frustrated with it. And then second question, what do you think of the possibility of serious SMT fan games? Is there any chance that they will be any good and comparable to Atlus games? Well, we do have Persona 4 Racing All Afternoon, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's comparable to an Atlus game. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's already happened.
Yeah, came out before Dancing All Night ever did. No, it's yeah, like I think it's possible. I think Atlus doesn't give a shit as much as say a Square Enix or a Nintendo would about making a fan game. Yeah, maybe in Japan, sure, but over like in the West, in terms of Western English internet, I don't really think they care about people going out making fan games. I know there's a few that were like out there and were being made. I don't know the status of any of them, but I think one could be made and one could be made pretty damn good. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
all it takes is a guy with really fucking good at RPG Maker to make like a first-person dungeon crawly thing or some shit, you know. Maybe not first-person dungeon crawl in RPG Maker, but all it takes is someone has
Someone
the
who knows
willpower.
how to do the thing well.
Yeah. I mean, I dicked around one time just because like I got bored and I kind of dicked around and made a really, really simple first-person dungeon crawler RPG thingy-mabob just as a programming exercise for myself. And like, man, that shit's hard. But like, if someone had the willpower, I think a single person could probably make a decent RPG. And I mean, even if we're talking like a team, like I think, yeah, someone could totally make a good SMT game just from the ground up as a fan. That'd be really cool to see. I hope that happens at some point. But for now, it seems like that's not the case. So
Yeah.
maybe the SMT Western fan base is still too small for that. Maybe we don't have the talent yet. But one day, shit's getting bigger and bigger every day. So it'll happen. Maybe.
Yes.
Hopefully. And thank you, Grisha, for that email. Wait, we just got an email coming in. Hold on. That is from... Oh, Google is telling me about how to protect my account.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, Google.
I love you too.
Thanks for your comment, Google.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Yeah, I think that just about wraps it up. Sorry we're super off topic, but fuck it. It's our podcast. Deal with it, nerds.
Yeah.
Man, what a giant fuck you to everyone. It's like, oh yeah, COS is done. We're still gonna talk about stuff though. Don't worry. Then we talk about E3 and Final Fantasy and shit. No, yeah, don't be sad though. Like, we still got quite a few episodes that we're gonna do. We're still gonna talk about stuff, and we're not gonna just drop this thing completely.
Yeah, it's not gonna fall off the face of the earth after this episode.
It's gonna be okay. Well, we're gonna get through this final stretch together. Think of it not as us dying. Think of it as a celebration of this whole entire project.
Yes.
And I guess that's it for tonight's episode. Thanks a lot, everyone, for listening to us talk about off-topic bullshit and showing bags of Doritos.
Alright, later.
Bye.
different. I guess I had more blessings. Without it, got belligerent, but I totally understand. Lessons half full for mine. It'll look half empty for me. Maybe that one that's made the path we took. Who knows?
Gather demons and come again.